Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Nancy from nancybadijo.com, and in today's video I'm going to cover how you could get 10,000 followers organically on Instagram in 2019 using 4 unconventional growth hacking tips. So if you want to learn how to get 10,000 followers organically, make sure to watch this video all the way till the end. If this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel, make sure to give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is my actual Instagram account. So guys, make sure that you go ahead and follow me and give me a shout out, and I will give you a shout out as well. So let's go ahead and cover the first growth hack. The first growth hack is join DM group. So DM stands for direct message. And I don't know if you guys have often heard, there's a lot of different ways that DM groups are called. There's some that are engagement groups, and there's also iPod, or they call them Instagram pods. And basically, it is a chat group with other Instagrammers. So when you post on Instagram, your main goal should be to get featured on the Instagram Explorer section. And the Explorer section is this. I'm going to show you right now so you can have an idea in case you don't know what that means. So whenever you post anything on Instagram, you want to be featured up here. This is the top post, and you're going to have 9 slots. And these are the most recent posts. And the ones that have more engagement, more likes, and more comments are usually the top posts. The ones that have least are usually the ones that get drawn on the bottom right here. Now, when you, how does, you might think like, how does Instagram choose to put certain photos up here? And it's just basically what I just mentioned. They basically select photos or videos that have a lot of engagement on them in a short amount of time after they have been posted. The algorithm basically pays attention to the post that gets tons of engagement, comments, likes, and reward those posts by featuring them up here in the top Explorer section of Instagram. For instance, one of my Instagram accounts that I have, I was featured in the top posts for 1 month. I did like 3 posts that kind of went viral, not to the point that I got millions of views, but it did go viral compared to what my content usually gets. And it was featured up here for about, I want to say it was about like 2 weeks. And within that 2 week market, I got over 30, I think it was like 3,700 new followers. That's how powerful it is to be featured up here. So when you join DM groups, they're going to drive tons of traffic in a very short time frame to your post, making Instagram algorithm take notice of your post. And they're going to be like, wait, this post must be awesome because a lot of people are liking it. Let's go ahead and feature it in the Explorer section. And now the longer your post is up here in this section here, you can literally take a new account or any account from 0 to 100,000 within months if you are always ranking in the top posts in the Explorer section for that particular key hashtag. So you definitely want to join DM groups in order to work together and like each other's photos, comments, engage, and views. That way your particular photo could go viral. Now keep in mind, in order for your photo to go viral or to get tons of likes from other people and other people start following you because you were featured, make sure that your photo is incredible. Make sure that you have a really great photo, is cropped in a complimentary way, and is optimized the correct size for Instagram. But this is a strategy that a lot of big Instagram accounts do on a daily and they join these groups and they all help each other and they see significant growth within months. It's crazy. I've seen accounts that go from 0 to 100,000 in 3 months from doing that strategy. So that's growth number one. Is a way to accelerate your Instagram growth. It's a way to grow really, really quick at a fast pace. Growth hack number two is using the right hashtags. And keep in mind that building a solid Instagram strategy, you have to start with hashtags. This is the way that you grow your reach, and it's the way that you get seen by the right audience, which is your target audience. So hashtags, can skyrocket your business to new heights, but just keep in mind if you use hashtags that are too frequent or without a clear strategy in mind, they actually become a little bit pointless and inefficient. So it's not enough just to post a great picture and add a couple hashtags. You definitely have to work on some type of hashtag strategy. Keep in mind by treating hashtags like keywords because they work like SEO, they're very similar to it. A hashtag is how people categorize posts. And it also keep in mind that not only can you use a hashtag that is often used too much, and that one you might not get that much traffic from, but you could also make the mistake of using a hashtag that maybe you go ahead and rank up here in the top section. However, because no one is searching for that hashtag, that's why you are in the explore section. But if no one's searching for it, you're not going to get all the new followers, you're not going to get engagement, etc. So what you want to make sure that you do is that you start studying different hashtags, and it can be hard figuring out which hashtags you should use, but here are some strategies that I currently use to deliver the right content to the right people, in which return, in return has helped me grow my account to over 40,000 subscribers. The first thing you want to do is organize your hashtags. I use an Excel sheet. You could use any program. You could do Microsoft Word. You could do your notepad in your computer, whatever you like. But you should have your hashtags categorized for different types of posts. So if you want to use like an advanced tool, I recommend Iconosquare because it automatically stores your top hashtags and it will provide like reports on which ones drove more people to your actual Instagram profile. So that's a nice thing about it. But making sure that you have it organized. If it's Monday, maybe you want to use hashtags that are more relevant for Monday. If you're creating something, like you're doing a do yourself project or something handmade, then maybe you want to use hashtags that are geared towards what you're making. But having different categories is really, really great. Another reason why you want to organize your hashtags and have different categories is because you don't want to use the same hashtags repeatedly within 24 hours. What happens is you get shadow banned by Instagram. And what that means is that if you're constantly using the same hashtags over and over and over and over, especially if you post 2, 3 times a day with the same exact hashtags, Instagram considers that like spamming. So what they do is they shadow ban your hashtags. And that's why a lot of times you go from getting tons of traffic and then out of nowhere it kind of slows down. Is because they're almost like blocking you. Those hashtags are no longer working anymore for you. So therefore, having different hashtags, not only would it help you avoid getting shadow banned, it's also going to help you target yourself to a larger reach because now you're using all types of different hashtags. Number two is the magic number. So figuring out how many hashtags you'll be using on your post. Like for instance, I personally use all 30. So I use, as you can see here, I use all 30. This is something that I always do. Once in a blue moon, I might use less than 30. Um, Now, the minimum hashtags that Instagram recommends for you to use is between 7 and 11 hashtags, especially if it starts to become redundant and you are running out of new tags. So, what Instagram, on their new algorithm, what they were talking about was instead of just using 30 and just, let's say you get to 7 and then you can't think of any more. So you just start putting random tags. They don't want you doing that. They rather you use 7 to 11 hashtags that are relevant to your post than to do 30 and like the last 15 were like hashtag marketing, but your post has nothing to do with marketing. So they want to stay away from that. And that's the reason why they give that recommendation to use 7 to 11 hashtags. Um, Narrow your hashtags. So, what I mean by that is don't use hashtags that have a great amount of posts. So, for instance, if you use the hashtag love, that's a very popular one. As you can see, is humongous. What happens with these type of hashtags is that because it's such a broad term, your post is going to be lost in the feed as soon as you publish up here. It's going to like sink down because there's so many people publishing within seconds. So your post is going to be pushed down in the stream and possibly never seen. So this is somebody just posted this probably like 10 seconds ago. If I refresh the page again, you're going to see that that post disappeared. So basically, as soon as you post with that hashtag, no one else is seeing it. You're not going to get the traffic, the followers that you want. Now, if you land up here, then you will. But keep in mind that in order to land up here, you will need a photo that has a lot of engagement, a lot of likes, a lot of comments, and that's where the growing hack number one came in, which is joining DM groups. But you have to always keep that in mind that these type of hashtags really don't do anything for you. What you could do is you could type in the hashtag that you were thinking of and then kind of look at the other suggestions that they give you and try to find hashtags that have a smaller volume. That way you could compete with those people and just keep looking and you'll find additional hashtags that they recommend until you find some that have a lot less than this amount here because that's just too many people posting. Another thing that I recommend with hashtags is creating a brand hashtag, making sure that's a memorable hashtag for your business. So, for instance, I just finished trademarking Handmade Boss. So, this is going to be my official new brand hashtag for my business. And, it's just a unique way to promote your business. It helps with engagement. It creates brand awareness and also drives new followers to your site. So, using a little bit of everything, deciding organizing your hashtags, like I said, deciding how many hashtags you're going to use per post, narrowing down your hashtags. So instead of using huge hashtags, making sure that you use smaller ones so you can compete with other people, and then creating a hashtag for your business. Um, if you are interested in getting more hashtags, I will leave a comment below this video and also in the comment section. I actually have a PDF file that you could download that has over 1,200 hashtags for every day of the week. So that would be a great start to kind of switch them up until you start doing research and sitting down and really working on making a strategy of hashtags that you will use for particular posts. So for now, you can at least start with those to kind of get you starting. So growth hack number 3, run a giveaway. So this is one that a lot of people in my Facebook group talk about that they want to start doing and implementing for 2019. Now, running a product giveaway yourself, it is an effective way to gain a few followers. The key is running a giveaway with an influencer, it's almost guaranteed, to get like thousands of new followers. But you have to do it with an influencer. That's just my take on it. Every time I used to do them by myself, I have a little bit more experience than the average person, so I did okay. But when I run contests or giveaways with influencers, is such a big difference, especially when influencers have larger accounts than I do. What you want to do is, when you're running these giveaways, to run an effective giveaway, you want to determine your giveaway goal. So you want to know what you're trying to do. In this case, you're trying to increase your followers. So you know creating that goal is important. It's understanding, like, some people do giveaways, but they want they want traffic to go to their website, or they want the traffic to go to a landing page to collect emails, or they want that traffic to promote a new product that they're launching. It just depends on what you want to do. But for this video, if you're going to do a giveaway, you want to make sure that your goal is to get new followers. Number two is making sure that you find the right influencer to help you. Um, so some things to keep in mind when you are looking for an influencer are, you want to make sure that they're actively engaged with their community. You should be looking for influencers who foster active communities around their content. So you want to review their likes, you want to review their comments, you want to see if their posts are getting retweeted. This is very, very important. You want to check their target demographics. So you want to find influencers that have similar target demographics as yourself. So their audience should have like common interests. And this is going to help you seriously boost your campaign efforts. You don't want to do a campaign or a giveaway with an influencer that, I don't know, maybe their account is about makeup, but you sell, I don't know, clothing. They might go together, but not really. So you want to find influencers that are in the same niche as yourself. You don't want to do the opposite. You don't want to think, oh, well, they have a large following and I'll just do it with them. You don't want to do that, because you're trying to target their audience, which is already interested in the same products that you sell. But if you target an audience that's only interested in makeup, the likelihood of them following you or sticking around after the content ends is going to be a little bit less, right? Because they're not really interested in your products. So you want to make sure that you find people that have active engagement on their accounts, but also very similar to your niche or exact niche. Um, Decide on the price. So it's important that you decide what is going to be the price. Like, what are you giving away? For instance, if you are a wedding photographer, maybe you give a free engagement shoot, but it has to be relevant to your business. I think that's the best way to go. You don't want to give something that has nothing to do with your business. The more relevant, the better. So you want to keep that in mind, making sure that whatever you're giving as a price is relevant to your niche. Another thing is structuring your social media giveaway. So the first thing you want to do is abide by Instagram rules. They have rules when you do giveaways or you do any like free stuff. So you have to make sure that you read the regulations before setting up the rules. Once you do that, that's going to help you to build or be clear on the rules to avoid any confusion or potential hiccups. So you must be clear on rules like limitations, participation guides. So, like for me, when I do contests for my freelance clients, we normally do like, you have to tag 3 people, you have to follow my account, you have to like 5 photos and leave 5 comments. That's what we normally ask for. And that way, that's the way that they could participate. If you don't do those things, you would not participate in the giveaway. Even if you like 4 accounts, the rules were 5 accounts that you have to like, and then you have to leave 5 comments. So therefore, Making sure that you're very, very clear on the rules is very important to have a seamless giveaway with no problems, and run a successful giveaway as well. Now, I think this is the most important part about the giveaway. And I can't tell you how important this is. When you run a giveaway, you are, expect to have a large amount of people unfollow you. Keep in mind that a lot of people are simply following you for a chance to win whatever. Let's say the engagement shoot. So they only follow you for that. And once that giveaway is over, they're gonna unfollow your account. So you're gonna see highs, like peaks and lows. You're gonna see this a whole bunch of people follow you, and then you're gonna see a whole bunch of people leave. Now, the key of making those people stay or reducing the chances of them leaving. I think this is the most important part, which is like keeping them around, is providing valuable content on your Instagram account. So I'll say it again. The most important part when running a giveaway is to have valuable content on your Instagram account. This is going to give them a reason to stick around and not unfollow you. I'll give you an example. I did a giveaway for one of my clients. They do jewelry. They gained in a week 13,000 new followers, and they only lost within that week about 275 followers. That's pretty low. The reason why is because they have amazing content that they provide in their feed. So when these people go back to your feed and they're like, I don't want to follow no more, some people actually take their time to read and look at your feed. And if you have amazing products, amazing photos, amazing captions, amazing compelling story for them to click, if you have all that put together, when they go to your site, they're going to be like, or when they go to your profile, they're not going to want to leave, because these people already show interest in your product and services because they're following that influencer that sells similar items like yourself. So therefore, they're already interested. The reason why a lot of people fail in giveaways is because their profile looks like shit. That's just the honest truth. They don't have a profile picture or a logo. They don't have their about me section filled out. They don't post on a regular basis. They don't use hashtags. They don't use captions. Their pictures look like crap. They're not cropped in a complimentary way. Their photos don't look that great. So yeah, they get tons of followers, but when that contest is over, all those followers, they leave. A lot of times, if you don't provide value and you run a campaign and you gain massive followers, it sucks, because later on you lose majority or all of them. You really do. And that's why you hear so many people say, I do giveaways, but they don't work for me. That's the reason why, because they don't know how to do it properly. The giveaway, give or take, you're always going to get people that are going to unfollow. I mean, I get it all the time. However, if you provide quality content, you provide content that is amazing, content that they're not going to get anywhere else. Maybe you solve a problem. Maybe you have a business that you offer things, services, whatever it is. If you provide valuable content, people will not unfollow. And giveaways are also a really, really great way, because if you do 2 giveaways a month, you could potentially, depending on how much money you're putting behind it, you could get like 30,000 followers every single month when done correctly. This client of mine at the given moment has over 690,000 followers, and all they're done to get to almost 700,000 is giveaways, but also having beautiful images and providing value. So that's another strategy that you could use for 2019 to take your Instagram account to the next level. Now, Groth hack number 4 is probably my favorite one. And this is from Gary Vee. If you don't know who Gary Vee is, I highly recommend you Googling him or finding him on Instagram. In my opinion, he is the king of marketing. Not only is he the king of marketing, I actually love his willingness to help people and the way that he goes above and beyond to be kind and to show humility in his business. And it's something that not too many people do. And he came up with this strategy. It's called the $80 Instagram strategy. And this is him here, just in case you guys want to follow him. He's amazing, so I highly recommend following him. And the $80 strategy is basically a great way to build a community of loyal followers. And the $80 Instagram strategy is basically what he calls it, which translates to leaving your personal 2 cents on the top 9 trending Instagram posts for 10 different hashtags that are relevant to your brand or business. And you do this every single day. So by the end of the day, when you do it, you haven't just left 2 cents, but you left a total of $1.80 of thoughts online in a specific niche that you want to become part of. Now, don't get this confused. You're not spending money. You're not running an ad. It's just his analogy on how he explains his $80 strategy. And basically, what you're doing basically is that you're picking your top 10 hashtags. So, like for me, my top 10 hashtags would be hashtag Etsy, hashtag handmade, um, hashtag Etsy tips. So so as you can see, they're all relevant to what I do, which I help Etsy sellers grow their shop. I wouldn't do hashtag puppy or I wouldn't do hashtag jewelry because those are kind of like too broad. So I would just stick with Etsy tips or hashtag Etsy, hashtag handmade business, because these are the type of people that I help that use these particular hashtags. And what you do is what you do first is that you identify the 10 most important relevant hashtags in your field. And then you spend a few seconds scrolling through the top 9 posts of each hashtag. So let's say I do hashtag Etsy. So then I spend a few seconds. You're not gonna spend like hours doing this, okay? So that's not the point of it. It's just spending a few seconds looking. These are my top 9 at the current moment. And then what you want to do is when you go to the actual account, let's say I wanted to go to this one, you want to pay attention to how many people liked, maybe comment or views, right? So this one got 98 likes, which is really nice, which is really good. That was about an hour ago. And then what I would do is I would go to the account and kind of see. So they have a good following and they have a lot of likes, you see? A lot of comments, not that much, but likes definitely. So this will be a good account for me to give my 2 cents, basically, right? So once you have identified your top 9 posts, so I'm going to do these top 9 right here for now to kind of give you an idea. These are my 9 posts for the keyword Etsy. Once you identify your nine top, all you're going to do is provide a comment and provide value. So you're going to go and comment, you're going to like, and you're going to engage, but you're going to engage in a way that is very meaningful. You're not going to say, hey, I like cool picture, follow me, or follow for follow, or hey, a nice bracelet or nice necklace. You're not going to do that. You're going to leave a meaningful comment. So you will go to the picture, you will like it, and then you will leave a meaningful comment. So for instance, for something like this, I would say, wow, your jewelry, set, I can't even type, is beautiful. make sure this is spelled right. It's beautiful. I particularly love, I can't type today, your earrings. So beautiful. I already put so beautiful. So if I put while your jewelry set is beautiful, I particularly love the earrings. Great job. And that's it. Leaving something meaningful, not leaving, hey, follow me, or hey, I help Etsy business. Would you like to me to help you? Nothing like that. Just leaving a meaningful comment. And then you do that for all 9 posts for 10 different hashtags. So once you're done doing all these 9 posts here, you find your other hashtag that you already researched. So I was going to do handmade. And you do the same thing. You find your top 9 posts. And then, like, for instance, this one got a lot of likes. So I will do this one. And then I will write the same thing. Beautiful turtle. I love. It reminds me of the ocean. It's just truly an amazing piece. And that's it. Just something very meaningful to that particular piece. When you do that, the strategy of doing this on 10 different hashtags, 9 different posts for every single hashtag, is that even if you gain 1 new follower a day, is you will learn a lot by doing this. And I love Gary V's thinking, because basically what he's trying to get you to do is, 1, give back, 2, really, really build a relationship on social. A lot of people post on social, but they forget that the reason why it's called social media is because you're being social with each other. So people post photos and they expect for people to like their photos, but they don't do the same back, and they don't build these relationships with other people. So when you do this, not only are you providing value for that person, helping them, they'll actually go back and start following you, because at this point they're like, wow, this person, you know, provided great content. At least they're going to be checking you out. They're going to go back to your feed and see, who is this person that left this amazing comment. And if you already have an amazing profile and you upload weekly videos or images, and you have an amazing service or products or whatever you do, majority of the people are going to start following you. And another thing I like about what Gary Vee says is that when you do this, you will learn something about the platform. You will learn about culture. You will learn about human behavior. You will learn how people interact online. You will become more empathetic with people. You will be more humble. And even if you don't, even if you only gain 1 new follower per day, you're gonna gain people at least. And just being part of a real community, not just like fake posting, or you're not really communicating with no one, you're just posting in your account and you leave. This is actually going to help you build a thrive and find your thrive and find people that are actually interested in your products and services. So this is just a strategy that you could do. Now, when I was doing this strategy, I was only gaining like 300 followers. Now, keep in mind that I wasn't doing all all 10 hashtags. I was doing like 5 because it was just crazy to do this and everything else that I do. However, I was gaining a steady 300 people, and majority of those people are still following me, and we interact all the time, which is the crazy part. I actually have a better following and a better relationship with these people. Every time I post, they're the first ones that like my post. They're the first ones that say, oh, I love your material. They're the first ones that go and click. So I really appreciate them. But it really does work. It's a strategy that you could do for like 20 days and kind of see what I used to do was that every time I did that, as soon as I got someone back that responded, I would make a note of it. And it was sometimes it was a little bit hard, but then I started seeing the trend and I was gaining. I remember one month I did like 600, but that month I went crazy and I was doing all 10. And then after that, I kind of slowed down and started doing 5 top hashtags. But I think if you do the full 10 and you do all 9 posts like I did at 1 month, and I gained 600 solid followers without having to follow them back, it was amazing. It does work. This might be the one that works, that makes you work a little bit harder, but it's also the one that actually builds a really good connection, I feel. Is the one that you're building long lasting relationships. But these are 4 different ways. These are unconventional hacking growth tips that many people don't talk about because either it takes too much work or you have to spend money, but they work. But they work. And these are ways that you could start growing your Instagram account and scaling it from 0 or 100 followers to like 50,000 followers or 100,000 within 2, 3, 4 months if you are consistent and you follow every tip that I just gave you. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you currently use a growth hack that has helped you as an Instagrammer to grow your account that I didn't mention, please leave it in the comment section. I'm trying to create a sense of community where we all come together and we help each other out and we teach each other different stuff. So if you have any tips for anyone, leave them in the comment area. Don't forget to comment, like, and share this video as well. And also download that free PDF, 1200 plus hashtags for every day of the week that I have available. I will link it below. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And till the next video, I'll see you then.